Hi guys, it's Nikki from Boulder Valley Stitching and welcome back to my channel. I know, I know it has been a really long time since I put together a video and I am so sorry. I apologize for not doing this sooner, but my life has been insane for the last couple months. I mean, seriously, it's been a whirlwind. I even did for the video. I even got my crazy mug because honestly, guys, this has been my life for the last couple months, and I'll tell you all about it here in just a couple minutes. But first, today is March 14th, and as you guys know, I live in Colorado, and we are in the middle of a full-blown blizzard today. It is spring in Colorado. We have a blizzard. That's usually the way it works. Um, Seriously, it's probably, I mean, they've shut down the airport, roads, the mall is closed. I mean, everything's starting to shut down and they're trying to send people, the people who were able to get to work today, they're trying to send them home. It's Sunday, so it's mostly just retail and restaurants that are open, but a lot of them are trying to, they're closing down and sending people home. Um, we went out this morning to shovel the stuff that accumulated overnight. Uh, it doesn't even look like we did anything. It was about an hour ago, and literally, looking outside, it doesn't look like we did any type of snow blowing or clearing of the steps going up to the front door. So we're going to have to go back out there in, in a couple hours, maybe 2, 3 times before this thing passes over because it's supposed to snow. I mean, it's still snowing heavily, and it will until probably about noon tomorrow. So, uh, what better way to spend a really snowy Sunday than to work on a YouTube video and tell you guys everything I've been up to for the last couple months, or actually part. If I told you everything that I had been up to for the last couple months, we'd be here for 3 hours. So I'm gonna I'm gonna kind of hit the high points. But thank you for coming for coming back and watching this because, like I said, I know it's been a while, and I do promise to start making these more often. I set a goal for myself in the beginning of the year that I wanted to do a video once a month, at least once a month for this year. And I already, here it is March, and I'm just making my first video, so I've already broken my goal. I've already failed at my goal, but we're going to pick back up and I'm going to start now. So hopefully I'll be able to get a video done at least once a month because I got a lot going on. There is so much that has happened over the last couple months. It's just been crazy. So uh, let me tell you about it. Okay, so in January, I reached out to Janice from Noteworthy Needle about participating in the Needlework Expo that was scheduled for the first weekend in March. Now, and I wasn't sure whether or not I would qualify for it because even though I had been published in like Just Cross Stitch magazine and stuff, I didn't know if I had enough of a um, reputation and following to be able to warrant a booth. The Needlework Expo was a only, virtual only market, which was great for me because I wasn't sure what kind of response I was going to get or anything like that. So then Nashville got canceled. So no, there was no Nashville market this year. So a lot of the uh, buyers and designers signed up to do the Needlework Expo at for the first weekend in March and to do it all virtual. And so when I talked to Janice and we worked out all of the details, everything, I kind of sat there going, "Oh wow, okay, this is happening. I need to get more stuff." So I literally spent the month of January and February frantically putting together models and charts and doing, designing to get some really solid releases for the expo. Um, I had things that I could have done, but it was kind of the wrong season for it. It was, a little too Christmassy or a little too Halloween. So I decided there was a certain type of charts and designs that I wanted to promote. So I'm holding those until October because there's going to be a second market in October, Needlework Expo that Janice is spearheading. So, and I can't wait to be a part of it because the weekend was awesome. I am so happy that I did it. I had such a good response from the buyers who were there. It was a um, retail. It was a wholesale market. So the buyers were all shop owners, online shops, regular brick and mortar shops. Uh, and then the designers had a virtual booth, which was really cool actually, because you had your camera on and people could come in and talk to you. And then there was, just all these little different events where you could, FaceTime basically get to know the buyers and the designers, and I was actually really a lot of fun, and I never had to leave my house. So, which was even better because then I didn't have to do all the traveling, which is great for logistics. I mean, everything I need is right here. I don't have to worry about did I bring enough stuff to display? Did I bring enough charts? Did I bring enough um, just different things to set up the booth. What did I forget? Just things like that. So it was nice. It was great. It was a great time. But and I cannot wait to do it again in October. But now I am frantically uh, doing more designing because even though 4 months, well, was it 4 months? Did I? Okay, so this is March, so April, May, June, July, August, 6 months. Sorry. Okay, so I got 6 months. So even though 6 months seems like a really long time, um, it's not to get everything put together. At least I'm pretty sure she said October. Hopefully she didn't say August because that would be scary. I'm pretty sure she said, but it's going to be great. And like I said, I had so much fun. But what I want to show you guys today is the releases that I did for the expo. So, without further ado, I had three new charts that I released. Um, so when you do one of the expos, a lot of times you can have shops and buyers can order from your previous releases if they want. You can have a catalog if you want, but you always have new designs that are just released for the market. So I put together. So I had three that were brand new, never released anywhere that I offered to the shops as for wholesale. Now, so if anybody wants any of these charts, contact your local shop and they can get in touch with me and get the charts ordered. So, because these are just going to be wholesale, I'm not going to have them offered on my Etsy site or direct to buyers yet. Later, I might go ahead and offer them through Etsy, but for right now, the only way you can get these charts is through your local needlework um, shop, or if you have an online shop that you use, like I know Top Knot Stitcher or Crazy Annie's, somebody like that. Just email them and they can get you the charts if you're interested. Anyway, without further ado, let me show you what I got. So I have three charts. Yay! Here are my charts. Honestly, putting together the charts, you're constantly sitting there going, "What I miss? What I miss?" So, which is one of the benefits of being a stitcher because you can sit there and go, "Okay, I like to see the charts looking like this." So it's kind of it's easier to put together the charts that way if you're a stitcher. But let me show you the models. I'll show you the chart and I'll show you the models. So, and now through the magic of editing, I am back facing the front of the camera. Okay, so the first chart that I released is this one. It's called Starbright. And let me tell you guys, naming charts is hard. Trying to come up with a name for a chart that hasn't been used a whole lot and really describes the chart well, it is hard. It is not easy. So bear with me. But so that's the chart. These are the models for the chart. Now, if you guys remember, I was one of the contest winners for the Just Cross Stitch Ornament Design Contest from 2019, but they never published the charts from the first year that they did the contest. It just, the logistics didn't quite work out right that year, and the layout for the magazine had already been done, and they didn't have enough room to print the actual charts. So, and by the time we got around, we got around to talking about it, most of the designers had already published the charts on their own. So they never published that first year's worth of charts. They have since started publishing them now, but the first year we were allowed to, we did it on our own. So I decided to go ahead and release the chart from, this was the original, this was the contest winner. But when I decided to release this chart, I wanted to do a second colorway. I wanted to show that it can be anything you want it to be, that it was really flexible and versatile. So that was my goal in this expo. I wanted to show, or I wanted to design charts that were easy to convert, easy to stitch, and easily done on both Aida or linen. I wanted to really create charts that a stitcher could make their own, get creative with it, and really just go wild with it. So that was my focus for this expo. Now, and like I said, I really wanted to do a second colorway. This is the original. Obviously, it's more Christmas because it was an ornament. But I wanted to do a patriotic one. So this is the same the same chart, just in different colors and on different fabrics. So I did a tea dye for this one and used a patriotic colorway. But you could also do fall, you could do Halloween, you could do spring, you can do whatever color you want. You can use whatever color fabric you want. You can change these colors around. It's very, very versatile. And both of those colorways are included in the one in the chart. So that was the first one. That's Starbright. Oh, and I also wanted to show that you could do different finishes on it. I mean, like this is an ornament, a flat ornament, and then this is a tart pan. So you can do rounds, you can, squares, diamonds, whatever you want. So lots of finishes, lots of options. So that was my intent. So the second one here, oh, I'll just grab this one. This one is it's called Two Hearts. Now, let me find the chart here. This is the chart here. And I'm gonna hold that one up a little closer so you can see it a little bit better. The thing about this chart is, again, it's easy to convert and make it your own. If you don't like stitching on black, that's not a problem. Choose a different color. It will look just as good on tea dye or white or pink or red, whatever you want to do. You can change the colors of the hearts. Maybe you want a darker pink and outlined in red, or vice versa. Maybe you want to do a red border or something completely different. You can do different beading. Maybe you want to do beading on the entire, maybe you want beads on the entire border. You can really do whatever you want with this. And I also wanted it to be flexible for Valentine's Day, weddings, anniversaries, something, it doesn't have to be just hearts. I mean, it can, pink hearts, it could be red hearts, it could be blue hearts, it could be whatever colors you want and whatever fabric you want. It works just as well on Aida and linen, as it can really, you could also add names. You could move the border down and you could add names and make it a wedding gift. So that was the intent of this one. And again, that was the chart right there. And this is a stand that I got at Hobby Lobby and just painted white, but you could paint it whatever color you want too. And then I just added my flower. So this was my second one. This is the second release. And hold on a second, I gotta reach for the third one. It's a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. This is the third release that I did. This is called Land of Liberty. So there's the chart, Land of Liberty. This is pretty much a full coverage. So each one of these is obviously, this is really hard to hold one-handed. Each one of these is all filled in. The only parts of this that isn't full coverage is this the center section here where it says "Sweet Land of Liberty, my country 'tis of thee." No, my country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. I'll get it right here in a second. So it's been a long couple months. Anyway, this is also something that is very versatile. You don't have to do it on, I did it on a coffee tea dyed. Actually, it's tea dyed. You could do it on a white, you could do it on a blue, you could do it red, you could do black, you could do whatever color fabric you want to do. You can do Aida, you can do linen, you can do all different counts. You could also, if you don't want something quite this big, you could, and that's what I'm working on actually right now. I wanted to show another finishing option for this pattern, so I'm working on it upstairs right now. You could take one of the flags, just one flag, stitch a single flag, maybe put the word Liberty underneath it or no words at all, and turn it into a pillow, which is what I'm going to be doing for the second finishing option. So I'm stitching the one flag and I'm going to turn it into a pillow, which I'll show on my Instagram when it's done. So there's a lot of different options, a lot of different things you can do with this. And this frame I also got at Hobby Lobby too. It's just metal here that I have attached with some magnets. So, and then my flowers. But this one, I really wanted to do something patriotic. I love patriotic stitching. I think Christmas, fall, Halloween, and patriotic are my three favorites for stitching. For just stitching and designing. Those are my three favorite things to do. So I really like the way this one turned out. But again, very versatile. And I'll put this one down here out of the way. Again, that was Land of Liberty. So those are the three charts that I released at the expo. And like I said, I had a great time. It was so much fun to talk to the other designers and the shop owners. I learned so much. They were just, so willing to share their knowledge and experience with me, which was wonderful. So the expo was great. And I've got a ton of new designs that I'm working on for the one that's going to be coming up in the fall. I have other stuff I'm working on some quilting projects too. Like I still need to finish the table runner for my mom. I know. At the piecing's done, I just gotta get it quilted and put in the mail for her. Which right now I don't think the mail is going to be running anytime within the next couple days. So I got a little time. Um, she's understanding. But seriously, if you could see what's going on over here, you would think I've lost my mind. So it's a good thing it's off camera. The other thing that I want to do a little bit of stitching for myself, just kind of have a break. The quilting and other stitching is a nice break when you're trying to, especially if you get frustrated with the design. I had one design that I had to, it's in timeout right now because it needs work. It needs some work, so it's in timeout. But it's a nice break. But I could not resist this. It was just too adorable. This is a new release from Fat Quarter Shop called it's Patchwork Seasons, and this is Cottontail. And I loved these colors. I just think it was too cute. So I did I bought the digital download and got my pattern. And this is the color palette for for the piece. Look at those colors. I love these colors. So I am in love with this color palette. I may end up having to do some stuff with these colors for next year. They're just too gorgeous. And a lot of them are like the new colors that DMC released that I really haven't done too much with that I clearly need to. So that that is some of the stuff that I have going on right now. There's a lot going on, a lot, and a blizzard. So, um, thank you for hanging out with me today, guys, and looking at all my new stuff. And there will be more to come. There is lots more to come, and I promise I will make videos more often. I do. I promise. It'll happen. So I am going to go get ready to shovel the walk again, and I will talk to you guys. Have a great stitching, day, weekend. I probably where I'm going to go next. I mean, what else am I going to do? So have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.